Is John Mateer the secret sauce for the Oklahoma Sooners? My team. Let's talk about it. What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. If this is your first time watching the #1 college football show, welcome. Thank you for joining us here. We talk college football year round, so if that is something you're into, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video, and answer the question below. Do you think John Mateer will be a significant improvement for Oklahoma that yields the kind of season that Oklahoma expects to have, which is not unlike the season that Texas had last year? I am not necessarily going to tell you that this is going to have the kind of change that many have. I realize that there are a lot of commentators, a lot of people with opinions that are saying nice things about Oklahoma and John Mateer. And I realize that some of those folks are getting lots of praise from Jim Nagy, from Coach Venables, all it goes, right? Every national guy that you can think of, like myself, with a show has told you, no, we think Oklahoma is on its way back because they got a guy in John Mateer that absolutely positively can spin it and is one of the most impactful transfers of the 2024-2025 cycle. And there's reason for that. It's a 3,000-yard passer. That's a guy that had 800 yards on the ground. He's a rhythm air raid passer, and he is going to be with the guy that was calling plays for him last year, Ben Arbuckle. It's going to be fine. It's going to work, right? You have a three-headed monster that I think could be great in John Mateer, Jaden Ott, and Deion Burks on the outside. You also are going to have Brent Venables calling the defense for the first time at Oklahoma, something that many Oklahoma fans, myself included, have wanted him to do from the day he got here, because each time he puts his hands on the defense gets better. Ted Roof had his hands on the defense. They went 6-7. Brent Venables put his hands on Zach Alley, and guess what? He played pretty good. Same thing is true about him at Clemson. When he's the guy that understands it, he can do it. And I think this is about engineering as much as it is about coaching. I'm a Formula One fan. And I say that to say, who built the car is also the best person to fix the car. Okay? Once you remove the person that built the car from it and ask them to try to fix what they didn't build, or ask someone to fix what they didn't build, you're already up a creek, because this person doesn't understand the inherent weaknesses in an otherwise serviceable car, right? There's a reason for why the car for Red Bull is tuned to Max Verstappen. It's because he can take that car, which is not the fastest on the grid, and he can make it very competitive. Damn near put it on pole, even at Imola, as McLaren's got the better package ahead of their sainted dude in Lando Norris, even though we all been saying for a month now that Oscar Piastri is going to win the world championship. Meanwhile, Yuki Tsunoda puts that car on a wall. Liam Lawson puts that car on a wall. Everybody but Checo, and even Checo to some degree, since Daniel Ricciardo hasn't been able to tame that thing because it's not built for them. It's built around Max, and they're having to race a car that is built primarily for one dude to drive who's got super sensitive feet on the throttle and on the brake and doesn't make any mistakes. This car will bite you. It's a dragon. That's the thing about dragons. They bite, they flame, and if you are not the kind of rider that it respects, it will kill you. That's what we get to see. I think with Ben Arbuckle and John Mateer, you're importing an offense, a play caller, and a quarterback that understand it at its base level. They understand how to teach it to other people. And that is the reason why so many have said, oh yeah, this offense is going to be so much better. It's also not unlike what was going on at Michigan last year at Oklahoma. Playing the game without a quarterback is hard. A lot of us like Michael Hawkins. We think that he's pretty outstanding as a dude. Can't be trusted to throw the ball all over the yard. Jackson Arnold, that was the guy they missed on. And because you missed on him, you're back to having to pay for a quarterback out of the portal that you didn't think you were going to need in the first place. To say nothing of Oklahoma still catching hands over Dylan Gabriel when it wasn't Oklahoma that pushed Dylan Gabriel away. It was Dylan Gabriel who said he wanted to go in the NFL draft, then got a 7th round grade, and then got an offer from Oregon. As Oklahoma felt really good about at Jackson Arnold, and there was every reason to do that at the time, right? That's what you do. That's how it goes. Just this roll of the dice didn't work out for the Sooners. So back to the question that I posed to you. What is it about John Mateer that makes me apprehensive? I'll put it this way. I don't know any other national commentators that have been Oklahoma football fans all their lives. I don't know any other national commentators that live in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I don't know any national commentators that live and die with that football program, so much so that I have gone out of my way not to talk about OU football because I understand what it will do to me personally, okay? There's only so much angst and heartache that I'm willing to talk about out loud because it's family, man. I mean, put it another way. You're going to get sit-downs with Brent Venables from almost everybody but me this year. And I've got sit-downs with Brent Venables. It's not about that. What it is about is if I got to sit down or didn't get to sit down, it's still my team. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing for me to gain or lose with any of this. Even as I'm still considered the OU homer, Oklahoma fans don't feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Most people think that it's Colorado or Ohio State or whatever. Y'all need to pick a squad. But every time I tell y'all that Oklahoma's my team, you'll be like, but you don't talk about them. Because it hurts, fam. It hurts. It don't feel good. All right? Hey, do I like looking bad? No, nobody likes looking bad. I'm telling everybody it's not the SEC that's got to deal with Oklahoma. It's Oklahoma's got to deal with the SEC. When really I'm going, I like winning 10, 11 games every year, but we're about to give that up. Now, do you need to win 10, 11 games every year in the SEC? Be nice. But Ole Miss can do that, and they can't even make the playoff. Like that, it's a tough league. It's a really tough league. It's the toughest league in the world, right? This, as the Big Ten, is really going to give us a what, for, and how now on who's actually in charge now because the last two national champions have come from the Big Ten. And for 9 weeks out of 17, a Big Ten team was the number one team in the country, whether it was Oregon or Ohio State at the end, right? Oklahoma is in a very unique position because more people are enthusiastic about John Mateer and Ben Arbuckle and Jim Nagy than they are Brent friggin' Venables, who was the only guy that people wanted to be the head coach. And then when it became clear that Lincoln Riley was going to be the guy, okay, cool. Then Lincoln Riley's getting his butt kicked by Brent Venables at Clemson, who has absolutely zero heritage to speak of before Dabo Swinney gets there. It's Coach Ford in 1981 and nobody else because it's little old Clemson that's beating the brakes off of Alabama, off of Ohio State, off of Oklahoma, in large part because the guy that grew up as an assistant coach and coordinator at Oklahoma went to Clemson. So him coming back, I've always thought was a boon. It's the first thing I said when Lincoln Riley told everybody he's going to USC. Oklahoma coach Brent Venables. He understands the place. He lives and breathes the place. And he is as intense as I am. And there ain't a whole lot of men that I'm going to give that one out to. Okay? I'm a rather fiery personality myself. So I'm tired of being the guy that people expect to carry Oklahoma's water even when Oklahoma ain't no good. We wasn't no good last year. That's not the standard. That's not the standard. The standard is 10 wins. That 10 wins or nothing. Nothing. You play for championships at Oklahoma. You win Heisman trophies. You have first-round draft picks. Oklahoma didn't have a friggin' first-round draft pick last year. What in the blue hell? Okay? This is why when your mans be talking about OU football, it comes out. It comes out. I am the monster that Barry Switzer was talking about. You got to feed the monster. I got a taste of winning and winning and winning. Oklahoma has not won a national championship since 2000. Oklahoma has played in the playoff. Oklahoma has played the BCS national championship game since then. So no, I'm not going to tell you that John Mateer is going to cure all ills. He could. It could happen. It might be the thing. But there is a chasm between, oh yeah, John Mateer can get Oklahoma to 10 and 11 wins, to, can John Mateer win a friggin' national championship? Because that's what I want. I don't give a damn how much money you're making as a head coach or as a player. I don't give a damn if you're a first-team All-American or a first-round draft pick. That's you. That's great. That's awesome. You know what I get out of this? Hopefully, a championship. Because that's your family. I'm going to have you. I'm going to take care of you. We're going to fight. We're going to yell. And at the end of the day, we're going to hug. And we're going to go out there and we're going to face the people together. But if we're really talking about this, if you're asking me what it is when people ask me, yo, what does John Mateer do? I say, is he going to win a national championship? And if you don't know the answer to that, okay, fine. RJ, it's kind of it's a lot for you to say that Oklahoma should come off of a losing season and be in contention for the national championship. The hell it is! I'm from Oklahoma. The people that ain't from here make fun of us for everything else. The least we can do is beat the hell out of them on a football field. Be the friggin' tornado they be talking to us about. Hey, you live in Tornado Alley. Maybe you should move. You move. I'm from here. It's the Dust Bowl era. Who does George Lindcross go get? Bud Wilkinson, but he can't get him. So he gets Jim Tatum, and he fires Jim Tatum, and he hires Bud Wilkinson and says, I brought you here to win championships. Why? Because it is the easiest way for the state of Oklahoma to feel good about itself. Ain't nothing here. And the stuff that is here, oh my gosh, oil and fracking is one thing. We moved nations of people off their land to this place because we thought there was nothing worthwhile here. And then when the ground beneath our feet turned into black gold, oh, maybe we should move to Oklahoma. But even then, there's no... The first professional... It was the Oklahoma City Pelicans before it was the Oklahoma City Thunder. We get made fun of. We get talked down to. We have racism that is rampant. We can talk politics till we're blue in the face. We are joke after joke after joke. But that team, that program, guys, that program has picked me up when I've been so down. And I don't like wearing this part of me out loud. Truly love that program. All I get out of the deal is to say my team's a winner. That's all I want out of the deal. That's what it means to play at Oklahoma. That's why it's a privilege. You carry my name. You carry your parents' name. You carry the name of 4 million people that the rest of the world would forget about and look down on. You are our pride. You are our joy. You are our sorrow. We live and breathe it. Welcome to the family, John Mateer.